house again. We just met with Anthony Michaels. We talked a lot about NFL corruption, betting lines. You know, it's a whole big thing here at the Z Sports Lounge. Right now, we got one of the standouts who's heading into some glory. His name's Bart Palaszewski. How you doing today, sir?
I'm excellent. How you doing, bud?
Good, man. Hey, listen, man, how's your training going, getting ready for the Grand Prix and the playoffs?
Good. Took a week off after my last fight. Had my baby girl actually come day after my fight, so, you know, like I said, I took a week off, took care of my kid, get everything rolling, and from Monday I've been hitting it hard, so everything's good.
Yeah, congratulations. It's also Tim, the guy who fought Vladimir, is about to have a kid, too. It seems like the IFL, you guys are all popping kids out right now.
Yeah, I guess something in the water or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you better contact everybody to stay away from the water around some of the dojos.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we want to get sort of into a little more detail with you as far as right now the season has ended for really the team, and now the team is going to be called into play more as you prepare for the Grand Prix. What is it like to have a full team behind you preparing for the next phase in the season?
Well, it's great. Right now, you know, I'm getting ready for we got the finals first, September 20th.
Absolutely.
In Rockford, Florida. So, you know, just kicking butt, making sure, you know, get no injuries. Want to lock in another championship. That'd be great. And then, you know, I'm about 5 weeks to get ready for the Grand Prix. So, you know, I'm going to bust my butt as much as I can to try to make it a quick fight in the finals, hopefully, and come out there with no injuries.
I think what's impressive is you guys are repeating as champions, and you've done it with style because every one of you guys are just the top of your game in any mixed martial art competition. How do you guys maintain your poise throughout this season?
Just training hard. That's it. You know, just training hard, training smart. You know, we had a little setback in the end of the season when we lost to the Anacondas, but you know, we regrouped. We went back to the drawing board. You know, figured out what we did wrong, what we didn't do at all, and you know, almost you know, just picked it up and win the finals. You know, obviously whatever was broken, we fixed it.
Now, as far as broken goes, when you guys go into these competitions, especially yourself, Bart, when you go in there for the fight, how do you guys rebound after the match? Whether you win or lose, you guys all have, you know, bruises. Is there a special, you know, prayer you guys say to help build those broken bones you guys have?
No, you know, like I said, you know, the harder you train, the more you sweat in the gym, you know, the less injuries you're gonna have in the ring. So, you know, here and there we get some injuries. I mean, it's really rare, but like I said, it's just rare. After a fight, you take, you know, a few days off. I usually take a week off, just to kind of regroup, get my, you know, life back together. Because last couple of weeks before a fight is just kind of blow everything off. So, you know, the week after a fight, I kind of regroup, get in touch with you know, family and friends and everything, and then just, you know, start training again.
I think what's most impressive with the public out there is that, have you noticed the change in the public according to your personas? Because I know that years ago when the mixed martial arts first came out, there was a stereotype that a lot of the media has, and now the media seems to be more on your side than ever before. How has it felt to now be a celebrity and not a villain?
I won't go as far as a celebrity, but I'm definitely, you know, definitely not a villain. We're not villains, but I think it was kind of the sports fault in the beginning to kind of get that bad, you know, bad persona, like you said, from people, because there was no rules. Literally, you know, people getting really injured. You know, now it's more of a sport. So I think people are finally noticing that, and, you know, all the, you know, UFC and IFL and all the other big promotions are really pushing to show people that it has changed. It's changed a lot from just people being the snot at each other into an actual sport with rules and regulations.
I think the biggest change, too, that we see in the media is that our fellow media guys are starting to get on the bandwagon and really want to seek out you professionals as professionals. You guys are just a top-notch. You guys, most of you guys all went to college and graduated and got a degree in something outside of street fighting, and you guys really represent a new, I'm trying to think of the right word, but a new element in sports. How does that make you feel that every time you show up somewhere, you guys are really building the foundation for a new level in mixed martial arts?
Oh, it's great. Definitely the sport has grown over the years, a lot. But we're still on the building stage of it. The last even 2 years, the sport has just blown up and blown up more and more. And I think people from media are just noticing that holy crap, this sport is really going somewhere, and they're just trying to get in the bandwagon. That's all it is. So, it's a good thing, obviously, but, this sport has nothing besides good to offer to the public. It's great. It's a great show. It's great for the fans, great for the public, and, it's something new, I guess.
I think what the other thing that it's growing for is there are a lot of us in the 80s and 70s that grew up on professional wrestling who got burned out because it was all fake. And suddenly in the 90s, there was this thing called, fist fights, blood matches, or whatever they were called. But as you watched it, you realized this was something more to the sport. And now in 2000, going into 2010, you've got the IFL, which is catching a lot of us really in the grip of things because it's changing as we watch the sport. Do you guys even realize what's happening in the sport? Because you guys are in it, and the rest of us are just watching this cruise ship or this train just going full steam ahead and really taking a lot of names along with it.
Well, when sometimes I step back and look where the sport, has gone, I notice it, but it's never like, I never see the small changes, it's like watching your own child grow.
Yep.
You don't see the changes because they're so minor, and you see the kid every day. It's same thing with the sport. We're in it so much that we don't see those tiny little changes. But then, like, a year or two goes by, and then you sit down and you go, holy crap. A lot of things that have happened, TV stations are picking up, you got Iron, Showtime, now HBO might be picking up. You got pay-per-view shows, Fox Sports Net, my network. You got 10 or 15 channels showing fights, and you look back, even 6 months to a year, there was maybe one or two in pay-per-views,
Absolutely.
So it's like, when you sit down, you think about it, it's like, a lot of things have happened. But, like I said, the small changes, you never notice them.
Well, what I think is really kind of cool about the show and about you guys is that you see you guys on the stage getting ready to do battle, and you guys do look like you're going to war. But then we get you on camera or on microphone, and you guys are like the guy next door. We could go over and say, hey, man, I need to borrow a wrench. You got a wrench I can borrow? Yeah, it's right here, man.
That's what we're I don't know if we're shooting for, but that's what the sport is about, man. Just sportsmanship for one, but we're just the guys next door, like you said. You got boxers and stuff, and people say there's tons of thugs, I guess, in MMA, and whatever. You're gonna have your share of thugs in every sport, but even if you look at boxing, I don't want to be racial or mean or anything, because I'm not. But where most of the boxers come from, either ghettos or, bad neighborhoods and things like that. People that try to get out and do something with their life. More power to them. But you got a kid from suburbs or something doing an MMA fight, or a kid from, inner city.
You guys went to college.